Hello, in this lecture we are going to see the various different types of formatting to prepare your pivot table more visually appealing and presentable, and lot of other options to change the structure of your pivot table. So let's start. In your pivot table you can show or hide the subtotals for your row fields and column fields. Here I have put the subtotals for category column. If you want to remove the subtotals, just go to design, subtotals. There are three items: do not show subtotals, show all subtotals at bottom of group, show all subtotals at top of group. If you select do not show subtotals, pivot table will remove the subtotals. If you select show all subtotals at bottom of group, it will show it at the bottom of group. If you want to show it at top of group, you can select so. But since our pivot table is in tabular form, you cannot show the subtotals on top of the group. If you want to show it on top of the group, then you need to select outline form. See, now it is on top of group. In outline form, you can show it in both ways, top as well as bottom. Understood? Next one is grand totals. If you don't want to show grand totals in your pivot tables, you can simply turn it off. Again, in design tab, there are four options for grand totals. Off for rows and columns, it will remove grand totals for both rows and columns. On for rows and columns, on for rows only, and on for columns only. So if you off it, switch it off, it will remove. You can select the option as per your requirement. Next one is report layout. We have seen these three options earlier in the course. Below there are two more options. Suppose you are in tabular layout and you are not showing any subtotals, and now you want to convert your pivot table into hard values. Then you will just copy it and paste special. Right click, paste special values. Now if you want to work with this data, you first need to fill these blank cells. So to do this, I am just pressing Ctrl Z. There is an option called repeat all item labels. If you select this, pivot table will repeat the item labels in blank area. If you don't want to repeat, then do not repeat item labels. This will save your time of filling the blank cells after converting the pivot table in hard values. After that, there is the option called blank rows. Insert blank line after each item. If you select this, after each item there will come a blank line. If you don't want it, then you can remove it. After that, in pivot table style options, there are four options: row headers, column headers, banded rows and banded columns. If you do not want your column headers, you can remove it. If you don't want row headers, you can remove it. So it is just a highlighting. Row headers, it is highlighting the row headers or making it bold. Column headers, it is highlighting and giving the cell fill to the column headers. Banded rows, it will band the rows, so your visual appearance changes. Banded columns, it will band the columns like this. Okay, this is all up to your personal liking or requirement or need of your work. After that, you have various predefined pivot table styles. You can format your pivot table with just a click. See, there are a lot of pivot table styles you can choose from. The style chosen by you is applied to your pivot table. There are lot of styles: dark, then light, medium, everything. If you are not liking any of these styles, you can create a custom style, new pivot table style. You can create your own custom style. Like if you press this button, this dialog box will come all the elements of pivot table are mentioned here. Volt table, report filter labels, report filter values, first column strip, second column strip, first row strip, and so on. So you can give your own formatting to your pivot table and save this style as your custom style. See, for example, I am selecting whole table and clicking format, and I am giving all borders, outline inside, and saying OK. After that, I am selecting header row and making it bold, its border bold. Then I will select OK. As an example, these two changes are OK, but nothing happened. Why? Because we have not yet applied that style. If you click here, your custom style will come here, which we just created. See, if I hover the mouse on this, the custom style is applied. Bold border for headers and small borders for Volt table. I have created one more style before, which you can apply. It will keep on showing here, and you can always modify it as per your requirement. Just right click on it and say modify. So again you can modify your custom style. This is how you can modify, or this is how you can format your pivot table as per your liking and requirement. I am just selecting this style as of now. After this, you have option of naming your pivot table. As we saw in case of slicers, if your pivot tables are named in a logical manner, you can easily connect them to various slicers, or you can easily connect multiple pivot tables to your slicers. Further down the line, when you will create complex dashboards and reports out of your pivot tables, there will be so many pivot tables in your report. So to identify which pivot table is showing what data, what type of data, you should name your pivot tables in logical manner. So to rename the pivot table, there is a button, or there is a option in Analyze tab. Here you can go and rename your pivot table, category, or anything as per your data in that pivot table, category and article code. Your pivot table name should start with a letter, and it cannot contain any special character except underscore. You can use underscore, but space cannot be used. These are some small rules which you have to follow while giving name to your pivot tables. Then you can change the name of your field also, like 2015, 2016, 2017. You can change the name of your pivot table fields. Instead of category, you can give the name it collection. You can give it new name as collection. The only rule is you cannot repeat the same name which is already there in your source data. For example, if I am removing the years, okay, so now the field name is called sum of sale amount. I cannot rename it as sale amount because name sale amount is already there. The name sale amount is already there in your source data. See, it is not allowing me to rename it. If I am trying to rename from here, it is giving me error. Pivot table field name already exists. So to overcome this problem, you can just add a space at the end of the field. This is a small tip you can use in your work. After that, if you have created a big pivot table and later on you realize there is something error in it, you need to start all over again. Then what you normally do is you just keep on removing all the fields one by one like this. But if you have put lot of fields like 10, 15, 12 fields in your various areas, one by one, if you keep on removing them, it will waste your time. So instead of that, you can just go here in Analyze tab. You can just go on click Clear and select Clear All. It will remove everything from your pivot table and bring it to the starting point. Now you can start building it again. It will save your time of dragging removing all the fields one by one. So you can just go to Clear and say Clear All. I am just pressing Ctrl Z. Okay. Then if you want to select specific areas of your pivot table, you can go to Select and either select entire pivot table or values or only labels. This will help you if you want to copy and paste the data somewhere else. After that, there are few formatting options inside pivot table options dialog box. Just right click on your pivot table and click pivot table options. In layout and format, there are some options. Merge and center cells with labels. If you click this, Excel will change the alignment of your column headers to center. Again, when your pivot table is in compact form, you can change the indenting or with how much characters your indenting will happen. I will just show you the example. If this is in compact form, there is indenting, means next label is little bit indented to separate it from the earlier one. So this indenting you can change. Just go to options, pivot table options, and increase the characters 5. See, the indent changed and it shifted towards right. This you can do from pivot table options. The next option is display fields in report filter area, down then over. Suppose you have mentioned one report filter, zone, and after that store name. So by default it comes below the earlier one. But if you change the order, pivot table options, and instead of down then over then down, then what will happen? It will be added next to the earlier one. If we add one more, it will added next to the earlier one. This is just an option. If you don't need it, then you can keep the default, that is down and then over. I am just pressing Ctrl Z. Okay. Next option is format. If there are any errors in your pivot table, then you can mention here. If there are errors, what to show. You can show just error or NA or maybe 0 also. If there is error, it will show 0. Then for empty cells, if there are empty cells, you can write 0. So instead of showing the blank cells in your values area, Excel will show zeros there. Or maybe you can say no data. Anything you can mention here. Then last two options are auto fit column width on update. Most of the times what happens is you adjust the column widths of your pivot table, and when you update it, data changes and column widths are adjusted according to the new data. To stop it from doing this, you can just remove this checkbox and your column widths will remain as it is even if after updating the pivot table. Second one is preserve cell formatting on update. If you have applied any cell formatting on a pivot table, when you update the pivot table, cell formatting goes off. To prevent it from going off, you can just check this and it will preserve the cell formatting even after updating the pivot table. The next option is number format. Whenever there is a field added in a values area, there is a number format attached to it. You can just click it and view field settings, value field settings. Go to value field setting. There is a tab below called number format. Here you can mention in which format this will be shown. like in number or currency or date or percentage, whatever as per your data. One suggestion here is that instead of applying the number format here, means after creating a pivot table, most of the users what they do is they select the entire column like this and then apply number format like currency or normal number. My suggestion is you apply the number format to the value field and not to the cells, because if you put that field in another cells, then the number format applied to the cells will not follow. So instead of that, just right click on the value field and go to number format. Once you assign the number format here, it will stick to that value field, and whenever and whatever report is there, whenever you choose this field, it will always be shown in that number format. Okay, so this was the last tip of pivot table formatting. There are so many options available in Excel. You can explore all of them and use them as per your requirements. If you need any help, you can always come to us and we will help you to solve your problem. Thanks a lot for watching.